Hey, keep it one.
They say C's get degrees, not in the school of hard knocks. Couple bruised scars got, now a fool I are not. Wouldn't fuck with slave catchers, so it's motherfuck the cops. They swear that I'm a hater, cause I say that wasn't hot. I'm up a notch, kicks fly, plus it's Dutch pot.
Well, not really. Not really. It's more of a surprise when people finally go listen to the joint because they go.
Yeah, it's just fun to play the shit.
Yeah, that's big fact. That's big facts. But
yeah.
So we talk about rap.
That's your starting point right there. You just look for the.
But I think you've been here long enough to know that sometimes Mo forget about shit like that, so that bitch be in there.
Hell yeah. Well, good morning on this Saturday morning. Very interesting week for hip hop music. I think let's get started with I think dope shit that we've been listening to, or that I've been listening to. You know, since we'll get into the conversation later about the crisis about what's to listen to and you know what's not hot or whatever. Hold on. I really enjoy the Reuben Vincent and Ninth Wonder. You know who Reuben Vincent is? Yeah. The Welcome Home record, you know, they did a good job of rolling it out. You know, they had like a little what's the movie? Brown Sugar, the one with Tay Diggs and Sanaa Lathan. They did like a little Brown Sugar kind of viral video about that used to love her type vibe with hip hop music. This is just a banging ass project. Ninth Wonder super in his bag on this. The samples on here, some really, really dope. I should have wrote down the samples that they did. I know they got the album.
Especially since you got to knock 4 samples. That's kind of like your
bag. Yeah. He has some really dope 80s
which is samples. What Knife does though.
Yo, man, like sample shit that you know, and then takes it and flips it on some shit that you wouldn't have. Or maybe just like, oh, like for me, it's like, oh, that's how you do it. Like he teaches, I like I wonder how he don't overthink the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the sample, here's the shit that you know, and here's a dope ass beat over it. And here you go.
This is kind of funny though, because while you were talking, I was trying to decide whether I wanted to keep my take to myself because it's all negative and it really has no merit, or just do it because we have a show. And I think it's a little bit of both.
Let it fly.
Because I made the mistake last week when I was like, when I said him and Oswald Benjamin. So I kind of put them together for some odd reason. So when I listened to this, I was expecting to like it as much as I liked Oswald Benjamin's last project. And it didn't live up to that, but it was still a good ass project. And then you reminded me about the fact that it was like an ode to a movie, so to say. The same way Skyzoo did. Skyzoo did it. Well, a lot of rappers do it, but Skyzoo did one recently also with what is it? Franklin Saint? What was that? John Singleton's last joint. Somebody know what it is. One of the 5 people watching know what it is. But yeah, like I said, it definitely was a solid project, and I remember how I definitely enjoyed Knife's sampling and the beats and just the vibe that it gave you.
He got the I'll Be Sure joint on there. I know he sampled I'll Be Sure, and him will play. He got since you can't hear it, the Sugar Free sample, the one, the same one that AZ sampled for Sugar Hill. And they sampled the Alexander O'Neal joint, which is really, really my favorite, one of my favorite Alexander O'Neal.
And it's like Knifers use a sample that you heard before, and your first thought isn't, "Oh, I heard this before." It's like, it's fire. Like
it's like I love that he does it that way. You know what I'm saying? That's my first thought is like, oh shit, like he bodied that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just a dope project for sure that I really enjoyed. I feel like there was, hold on, I'm just go through. Let's see what's in the library. Oh yeah, CoolKids. I really like the CoolKids shit. CoolKids are dope. Very, very, very important group, I feel like, to the internet, to the blog era. You know, CoolKids really made being left field cool. You know what I'm saying? And like they wasn't even trying to be left field to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they just have their own swag and their own style. And like if you fuck with CoolKids, like this album does not disappoint. Like this album is absolutely like what you would have expected them to come out with in 2025. Like nothing that sounds like anything else. Definitely them in their bag lyrically. You know, Chuck English is always in his bag on the beats. You know, some real fly shit. So the CoolKids shit is dope. BruiserWolf and Harry Fraud got some shit that's out.
They're just a single, correct?
Nah, he got the album made by Dope. Yeah, he got the album is out.
Funny enough, I'm not really a fan of his flow pattern, but I think I am going to check the album out. How many songs on
it? Good question. A relevant question. 11. A nice tidy 11. A nice tidy 11.
A good amount of albums dropped. I was like, yo, why you give me that many songs? And then I went to some of the, I don't know whether you go name, so I just say some of the current people, there's like 7. Nah, I like perfect. This is just what I need. It is funny because there's some artists that I like a lot more than the people I was like, I want to check it out, but I'm not doing 23 songs.
Then you're gonna be really happy to hear that the new Ransom and DJ Premier,
exactly what I was talking about,
which just came out, which is incredible.
Yes,
that's the one. That's the late edition because I only heard it last night, but I made an effort to get through the whole shit because it's only 7 songs.
Yeah,
shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me 5 projects in a year, make sure that they're not 15 songs each. Yeah.
Shout out to let's talk about that a little bit. Shout out to cats that do that. Some cats will give you one album with 22 songs. Some cats will give you 7 pieces. I mean, like 6 to 7 drops a year.
Yeah,
like 7 or 8 albums. You know what I mean? One or 2 collab albums. So it's like
I guess we shouldn't be complaining about more good music, but like
yeah. But no. That's the thing though. Sometimes when you give us 22 songs, it's kind of hard to give us all good music.
Yeah, right. That's it. That's really
good. Because if you were that good, you would know I don't need this many songs.
That's really it. But yeah, the Ransom. Yeah, shout out to Breezy. You know, that be 30 songs, and you go through them. It's like, really, none of these is whack. Like, really, these is all kind of cool. I want to talk about Errol Holden. Do you know who Errol Holden is?
Not a clue. Eric Holder.
So yeah,
I thought we was going there. I was like, hold on, what?
We appreciate the Attorney General. Yes, but not him. Errol Holden. Okay. He's from Harlem. You would have seen him, or at least I saw him because Camron was kind of lifting him up, elevating his profile a little bit, doing videos with him where like he's like, yo, this is my man, and Errol Holden would just be spitting. And I was like, oh shit, this dude is nice. And so I added him. Errol Holden has a project out that just came out with Rock Marciano. And I don't know if he sounds, to me, Errol Holden first of all, he's stupid. He's dead nice. Okay. We talk about rap on this show, then let's lead with Ransom album is incredible. Reuben Vincent's album is incredible. These are all dudes that spitting. And this Errol Holden and Rock Marciano record is really, really serious. And Errol Holden, this dude's from another planet. He sounds like if Rock Marciano was born in Harlem. That's how he sounds to me. And it's not as if they rap.
One thing I like about Harlem niggas, syllables. So he got some wordplay with it?
Yo.
Okay, cool.
But I'm telling you, he fits so seamlessly into what Rock Marciano does. I'm assuming that Rock Marciano did these beats just because of the sound. Rock Marciano, like, he's like Silk the Shocker, like he don't like rhythm. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that. I saw in the comments people saying that Silk the Shocker still got beef with the beat, which is very true. And it's really funny to see live. To see somebody rap offbeat live is like it's like seeing an animal
talking offbeat, yo. This was talking offbeat at the end, yo. Like how you that, nigga?
It's like seeing a purple elephant in the zoo. Like what the fuck is that? But Errol Holden, the best way I could describe him is if Rock Marciano was born on 135th and Lenox. You know what I'm saying? Like he and the swag on here is just is just dripping through the fucking speakers. But it's like the way that he raps is very like spoken word over a beat that's not consistent, and so that's what gives you the rock vibe. But again, he's all Harlem.
So but he is rapping on beat, because I'm not gonna be able to check out him and BruiserWolf at the same time. Because these niggas,
you're gonna like this better than BruiserWolf. BruiserWolf has the thing with the voice. Like he sounds like you know what I'm saying? He sounds like the fucking he sounds like a cartoon character, like the way that he's rapping and shit. Like it's definitely, both of these are definitely not, you know, if you want one of these right here, then you should listen to the Ninth Wonder Reuben Vincent shit. But for people that fuck with spitters, like, and being that Errol Holden is not really on the map yet for a lot of people, like y'all need to check the Errol Holden Rock Marciano shit. Like that shit is fire. And then the last thing I want to shout, as far as
not check out what's up.
Oh, the New Heels have not. So I didn't, man. I know it's I thought it was just a bonus with like a few extra joints on there.
Oh, Stove got on there.
I need to check for it. I haven't gotten to that one yet. I will. Shout to him.
OT the Real?
New OT the Real. I didn't check for that yet. I just see the other one now.
Did we not talk about HitBoy and Alchemist? Or we didn't meet last week?
We didn't talk about Hit. Here's my take on HitBoy and Alchemist. I love them, first of all. You know how when you listen to a whack rapper, you notice it, right? Okay. You notice it. You're like, wait a minute. Like, this shit is trash. Like, like, what is he saying? Like, and then you notice when you listen to a real dope MC, you notice it. Like, you're like, oh shit. Like, what did he say? Like, it's like the same reaction for dope and whack, right? Like, you catch it. The thing about HitBoy and Alchemist album is that neither one of them is nice and neither one of them is whack. So it's boring. Like, the rapping is boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't get through the whole shit because it's like these are very forgettable ass bars.
But like, and it's funny because when I said the last time, it was more of a compliment, and now when I'm saying, I feel like is actually what it is. Like, these niggas know how to rap.
That's it.
But the skill, but as far as like the talent and the skill to rap, like the words and stuff, they're not as good with that. But when it comes to making it sound good, they're going to do that. So it's just going to be boring, but it's going to be executed good. Because there's certain parts I'm like, yo, Alchemist because Alchemist sound a lot better than HitBoy on most of the joints to me.
Right.
I don't know if that was.
Alchemist was a rapper. Alchemist used to rap.
Okay. But it still sounded like that whole the beats here. But you know what I mean? I see it. But I mean, I might participate with it, but I might not. You know what I mean? Like,
you see, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not, again, I love both of them. It's not an insult. No, I love both of them. And we're gonna certainly when we get to the main topic I want to talk about today, both of them will be mentioned for sure. I just, it's ambitious of them to make a tape like that, to be rapping on the whole shit. And so shout out to them for doing it. It's dope, and there's joints on there. I just
know what it was?
What?
15 tracks. It's too many.
Too many for y'all to be rapping.
Like 7 or 8 would have been perfect, dog.
I think they did. Did they give an instrumental version of the album too?
That's definitely coming. That's definitely coming.
And so shout to the instrumental albums. I wanted to talk about Conductor, We Have a Problem. Part 2 is out. Conductor had a few beat tapes that he put out. What up?
Can I cut you off one more time?
Yeah, please.
So you didn't like Big L album at all?
Oh, damn. My segue from Errol Holden was Big L, because Errol Holden's on Big L's album multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. So we were wrong about Big L's album.
Don't say we, nigga.
Me. I was wrong about Big L's album.
And I definitely came and listened to it like, it's better than we said it was gonna be. So
I think that I came into it wrong. I came into it thinking that they were, Mobb Deep sets a high bar for the posthumous release. The praise for the Mobb Deep album is that it sounds just like a regular Mobb Deep album, and that's high praise because he's been dead for 5 years or something. And so the Big L album was not intended to be a Big L album that sounded like it just came out. Now, this was a real tribute project. I sort of missed the point. That's my fault. It really, once again, we need to just have a whole Nas episode, but like, shout out to Nas for even doing this. You know, this took time, money, and resources to essentially make a tribute and to put out just like essentially like a mixtape in 2025 of just some shit that that you haven't heard of Big L. You know what I mean? And like, I really, really enjoyed the way that they remade the 7-minute freestyle with JayZ, the way they put it over the fresh beat. You know, Herb McGruff is on here, which is really cool. Juan Epstein did a great podcast just now with Herb McGruff, you know, and people talking about Big L. It was like 3 dudes on there, and I'm forgetting who the other 2 was, but like I really enjoyed hearing from Herb McGruff. Herb and him was friends from the cloth from elementary school, you know, so it was really nice hearing them talk about those stories. Yeah, Errol Holden's on there. You know, a lot of Big L shit that I had never heard. You know, they got the Method Man feature on there. You know, they did a really good job, man. And like, you know, Nas, you didn't have to do this. You know, Nas didn't have to do that. And Nas, for him to do that, I think was really, really cool. And it was a really dope tribute. And it sounded like a mixtape from 1996, you know, and it was dope. And I really enjoyed the aesthetic of it. I need to hear the story of how JayZ and Big L knew each other back then, because, you know, JayZ's from Harlem. I mean, I'm sorry, JayZ's from Brooklyn. Like, I know even the original Flavor Connect, like the dudes from Original Flavor are not all from Harlem. You know, Ski is from North Carolina. Like, so I would like to know, because when you hear the 7-minute freestyle, Bobito knows Big L, but he doesn't know who JayZ is. And obviously, I guess nobody would know who JayZ is.
So when Big L says my man JayZ, that's just we're here together. So I'm saying that. That's not like we know each other or you don't know.
I need to know the story of it. I don't know. I really don't like how absent JayZ has been this year. Like, not only has he not given.
I love your fandom of JayZ doesn't get in the way of your what JayZ.
He deserves a lot of critique, and I don't think he gives a shit, and that's fine. Like, he's very happy doing what he's doing. But like, I really don't enjoy that he's not accessible in this moment. That he's not even speaking. He doesn't do. You know, he's not on social media. Like this is a big year for your era specifically. You know, the artist that was doing it when you were doing it. And it's just weird. Like, you can't pop up on nobody's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how, you know, Memphis Bleak was like, oh, he's going to do another album. And like, he made sure he stuck his head out to say, I'm not doing that shit, you know? And like, you're not going to show up on Memphis Bleak's podcast. You're not going to do a verse on one of these Mass Appeal records. Maybe we'll get a verse on the Nas and Primo album. Like, probably not. You know, it's like, can we just get something like that? Shit is whack to me. But yeah, the Big L shit I really enjoyed, and I really.
Anybody big from Brooklyn drop?
Probably. When the camera's rolling, my memory goes like this. You know what I'm saying?
But my questions go like this. Like, I got many questions.
Smith and Wesson came out this year.
But
the Smith and Wesson Night Wonder.
Yeah, but there's no link between Hov and. There's no link between Hov and Knife though, but there's no link. I'm thinking like who album Hov would have jumped on. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, maybe not from Brooklyn. Yeah, but I mean the Nas shit. It'd be really, really nice if Nas and DJ Premier, that album was a myth forever, and now it's gonna happen. And I guess it's done and it's coming out here soon. You know, DJ Premier produced on Reasonable Doubt. You know, DJ Premier has produced for JayZ forever. Like, why can't we get a JayZ, Nas, DJ Premier? Like, if DJ Khaled was putting out a fucking album, we'd get a JayZ feature on DJ Khaled. You know what I mean? Because that's your fucking Rock Nation artist. Like, can we just get like something for the cloth? Like,
was he on any of those 4 albums that Jay Electronica just dropped? Or those were all old verses from the original?
Those were old verses, I think. I mean, and whatever it was that was on there, you know, again, that's because it's Rock Nation artists, you know, like whatever. Like, just do something for the culture, man. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've done enough for yourself. Like we got it, you know. Anyway,
especially when she does so much for the culture.
Correct. Like, you know. Anyway, I don't want to complain about him too much. I would like to do. I have a theory again that not only is Nas career better, his hip hop, his resume, I think is better than JayZ. I also think that Nas is just more important to hip hop than JayZ. Like Nas's presence, Nas's career, his music, it's all more important to the overall narrative of hip hop since he's been since they came out in '94 or whatever. Like I need to. There's my man Dalvin. Shout to him. Like I would like to do like a Zoom with him and record it where we can argue about this, because what we did is we did the Verzuz argument where I basically said, you know, it was like nobody could stand up to JayZ. I was like, Nas certainly can. Like Nas can put 20 songs together that could stand up to JayZ. And I guess his criteria might be something different, but Nas is the only person that ever went toe to toe with JayZ and survived. Like, why would Nas not be able to?
I think this is a good segue. I don't know if you want to go there or not, but that's the good thing, or which shows every single time when it comes to Verzuz. Mm-hmm. Like when you, because to me, No Limit won. When you talk about Verzuz, a lot of times people talk about, well, he got this many songs, he got 20 bangers. When you get to Hove and Nas and that type of level, it's the correct 20. You know what I mean? And then more importantly, when you're there, is your performance and when you put this song on, what's your response to that song they played? So that's why I enjoy Verzuz so much, because you go in there thinking like this person's going to dog them because they got so many hits, this and the third, and you just forget about there's so many. It's a reason why whack rappers make it, because they know how to entertain.
Yeah.
When it comes to Verzuz and it being a live show, like I know that's a weird way to put it, but that's just the truth. Like when it comes to putting on the show, I got to know what song to play, know the crowd. Like I could and I think about this a lot. I don't know if you came up here with us when we came up to Woodbridge to perform. It was me, Jay, and Aj, and we had the song "White Friends," which was, I wouldn't say a banger, but it was basically a banger for us.
Yeah, that song used to ring out. Yeah,
we came up here. There were no white people in the crowd. We still performed that song. Like that's the thing I'm saying about Verzuz. Like like there's no point in doing this. Like that's what makes those so important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where you wanted to go or whatever, but.
Yeah, definitely we could get into segue into that. My first take on the Cash Money No Limit shit is that I really, really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed it specifically. Remember how these verses would happen, and like the one with DJ Premier and RZA, everybody was like, who won? Everyone was like, hip hop won, you know, because it was just such a great night. Like I think that's an excuse sometimes to not admit the truth, you know, like DJ Premier won that shit, that battle against RZA. Like, sorry, like, you know. So in this shit for real, I do feel like we all won. Because this shit, you could feel the love from all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Birdman really tried his best to ruin it.
And I think that's what goes with you saying we won, even though it was somebody that was trying to ruin it all.
Birdman really tried his best to ruin it at the end. But you could see this felt really, really dope for Louisiana. You know, this felt really dope for New Orleans. You know,
which is another discussion. Like the fact that they had it at Complex Con, instead of like, there's no other place to do this but Louisiana, bro. Like it's no other, like that makes, and that's the thing that goes with Verzuz. Like, are you doing this? That's what, like, are you doing this for music? Are you doing this for the culture? Are you doing this for money? You did it in Vegas at Complex Con because you're doing this for money. If you're doing this for the culture, and it's funny because that's what the fan expects you to do it for the culture and do it the correct way. But it's like, first of all, fan, you don't understand how difficult it is to get just that to third. So I do understand that part. But also, bitch, it's the culture. You can do what you want to do.
I agree with you on that, man. Like, and that's you know, I don't know how much Swiss and Timbaland was involved in this. I think Swiss was there. I'm sure they were involved. But yeah, that's, you know, that definitely was something noticeable that it definitely should have been like in the Superdome or not Superdome, but just, you know, something at home, because this shit was so dope. the fact that these dudes are all from the same neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like big ass crews, but they're all from this. This is like if North Side and South Side had two big ass artists and they all was up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you was on one side and Jay was on the other side. You know what I'm saying? You seeing all your niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt, you could feel that shit. It came through.
I told Niece this like about towards like the middle. Like the cameraman, I don't know if he was doing it on purpose or not, but after, because BG was a prime example of it.
Everybody was happy to see him, man.
But he had just finished performing, and they dropped the beat to whatever song No Limit was playing. He just, like immediately, like soon as the beat dropped, they did it twice. And then on the other side, I think Mia had just finished performing, so she rapped and she went to the back, and the camera was still on her. And then the Cash Money song dropped. As soon as the beat dropped, you see her just vibe with it, because it's like, yo, these are songs. These like I said, these songs from your neighborhood. You had no choice but to vibe.
These dudes was all from the same hoods. This music was all from the same era. Yeah. And these are essentially the biggest hip hop artists that Louisiana has ever produced. And they were doing it all at the same time. And back then, there was no beef. Like, we need to stress that there was no beef at all between No Limit and Cash Money, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might have been some internal squabbles and shit in the hood, but like shit that we saw as outsiders that was fucking with it. Like, and you could see, like, during the show, during the sets, like P went over there a few times to big up people. People went to the No Limit side to dap up, because they was on stage together, but they wasn't separate. As the show kept vibing, like, you could see the crowds commingling and getting closer. They just genuinely have love for each other. I think that this doesn't happen without BG being home. So I think a lot of this was people were very happy to see him. I was very happy to see him. He looks healthy. He looks happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he you know what I mean? Like, it's not a small thing. He was in jail for a really long time. And for him to come home and be safe and okay, and obviously he's got some bread, you know, they kept saying this is a celebration. And I know a lot of verses say that, but it felt really, really dope. That was my overall take of it, was like, I was really happy to see this.
Yeah, this is Not Talking About. We got combos all week. Mondays, we drop Sunday morning recaps, and Talking About stations around the corner. You know 4 for 10s won't stop, so every Wednesday, make sure you stay tapped in. Thursdays, I'm talking business with my cousin, but you're welcome to join. And you're here, so you know every Saturday, we talking about rap. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Now, talking about. Now back to the show.
And the cool thing about the No Limit shit is that, and this will segue into the next thing, the cool shit about the No Limit shit is that, like, they all made a lot of money and they were all very, very popular, even without Top 40. This was underground shit. You know, the difference between Cash Money and No Limit is that Cash Money was a universal product, and No Limit, I know they were on Priority, but like, the difference between Priority and Universal Music Group, you know what I'm saying, is like a big difference. And No Limit
shit. People thought Cash Money was going to win, because it was hits against bangers.
Right. And No Limit shit was really street. You know what I'm saying? No Limit shit was really street shit. And they didn't need to have Top 40 national radio play for them to be the presence that they were. And because ultimately we decide what's dope. We don't need to have that dictated to us. And that's the whack shit about the Top 40 format, and about what seems to be the thing now, is that it feels like the algorithms, and it feels like there's other people that want to dictate to us what's cool and what's dope, you know, like TikTok and all the influence of all the social media and tech companies want to dictate to us what we're supposed to like, instead of us deciding what we fuck with, and the streets and the neighborhoods deciding what represents them. So this conversation that a lot of people have been having this week about the fact that there is no hip hop songs in the top 40 right now, I guess that's what the complaint is. First of all, I wouldn't even know where to find the top 20 if I had to. I guess I would go to billboard.com. I truly don't care. And so you see people who are responsible for making popular music, like Jermaine Dupri, being like, "What y'all think about this?" And who, like I'm supposed to feel like this is some sort of outrage, or I'm supposed to feel like this is some sort of travesty in hip hop music. 2025 has been one of my most enjoyable years of hip hop music that I can remember.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I've made this statement like the last 2 or 3 years in a row because I just listen to that much music and enjoy music. But this just sounds like the whole statement I hate of that shit don't bang in the clubs. I don't give a fuck. That's equivalent
what
to
club? Do people even go out anymore? Like, what are y'all even talking
about? And then
about?
I seen the club. The club don't look fun.
The club is whack.
Yeah.
People will tell you that the club is all that they moved all the dance floors and they put in bottle service tables, and bottle service is ridiculous. You're paying $200 for a $50 bottle of vodka. You're paying $50 at the door, and nobody's dancing. Everybody's on their phone, drinking at a table, talking to their own friends. Like, that's not the club. Like, that's not what it used to be.
The club used to be gyration is set up for the rest of the night. Nigga, what we talking about? That's what the club used to be. I don't know what this shit is.
Club used to be like, everybody standing shoulder to shoulder. You barely got room to move around, and it's lit, and you could see the perspiration on the windows because like there's so many people in there, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like you're gonna have to work really hard to get me to give a fuck about the top 40 of what's in it, regardless. And like, just when I saw Alchemist said it, like, when was hip hop ever about what's in the top 40? Like, why do y'all care so much about what the fuck is in the top 40? Like, that's just it's such a weird conversation. And like, when you have a year like this, where you have just so much dope shit, like, I don't think anybody would argue that there's so much undeniably dope hip hop music that came out this year, that we've been talking about it since the start of this show. We don't have to even recap all the shit that happened this year. But it's like 2025 specifically has been so dope because it's shown the maturation of the culture. It's shown that our era is still very much alive and well, and that there's something for 40-something people, there's something for 30-something people, there's something for for the 20s, and under, and teenagers. Like, we all have a thing to really fuck with. And it's like the same people that complain forever that Drake is a pop artist and he's not really a rapper, and the same people that complain that hip hop music was too much pop and was too popular now are like, well, hip hop's not popular enough. It's like, well, then go listen to fucking Mobb Deep then. You know what I'm saying? Like, go listen to go stream Gucci Mane's album. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much shit that happened this year,
what makes it on top 40 though? I mean, what makes it on top 40? And nowadays when everything is streaming, shit's different. Because I think they was talking about the fact that in the top 40, Taylor Swift has like 9 slots. Like 1, 2, 8, 12, 13, 14. It's like, what are we like? Right. No, that's why when the game gets like that, why do you care? If you care at all. And it's funny because it goes back with like when people want Grammys and stuff. I'm like, yo, we don't really. I try not to. I ain't gonna say get angry. I try not to get angry at somebody that gets mad if they're not getting an award from the Grammys for a great album. Because I understand that, like, you make a good album because you want to make good music, but you do want to be appreciated also. Yeah. So I do understand that. But when it comes to Billboard and top 40, nigga, this ain't The Source. This ain't Double XL. This ain't us.
Why do fans care? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think fans care though. I think that's what it is.
I don't think they do. I don't. And like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I saw like Van Lathan, who I love, as you know.
Not Van Jones.
Not Van Jones. Van Lathan was talking about this, and you know, I just saw the clip from his show and I listened to his show, so I'll reserve full judgment until I hear the show. But like, you know, really talking about this as if this is some sort of problem. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, like hip hop is doing what it's supposed to do, man. It's serving us. You know what I mean? And like, if the rest of the country doesn't want to fuck with that, like that's on y'all. Like this is our time to we're reclaiming our culture. You know what I'm saying? In this moment, and we need to do more of it. You know what I mean? Like I saw, I sent you the post where the dude basically said, yo, there's basically 4 record labels now. You know what I mean? And there's basically 4 record labels, and there's a few talent promotion companies, and there's a few companies that promote all these festivals. The consolidation has gotten out of control, and it's really, this stuff has all just been taken over by billionaires. And ultimately, when they decide that shit is not profitable enough from them, they're just going to walk away and do something else. And the people that are left are going to be the ones who are really doing this shit for the culture, really doing it because they want to do it. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be on us to pick it back up. And really, you don't have to pick up nothing that you ain't never put down. Like, we've always been here. We're going to be here. Like, hip hop ain't never been about the top 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't start about the top 40. And as far as I'm concerned, if we go another 5-10 years without having nothing in the top 40, good. Like, fuck that. Like, oh, okay, cool. So the tech companies and the big fucking music oligarchs, y'all can't make billions off of hip hop anymore. Good. Leave us alone, man. Get your fucking hands off our culture anyway. We don't need you. We've never needed you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need y'all like commodifying our culture and branding this shit in commercials and fucking liquor ads and whatever else y'all do with our shit. Like, ESPN don't want to buy Kendrick songs. Good. Fuck off. Like, I'm pretty sure Kendrick will still sell out arenas all over the world with or without people, you know, being in the top 40. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think Drake is popular? Like, cool. Let Drake announce that he's doing some fucking arena tour and see exactly how much hip hop still loves him. You know what I'm saying? And how much we all still look at what Youngboy's doing, you know, without any kind of airplay. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here, man.
I think he was the one that was I think he was the highest. I think he was like somewhere in the high 40s.
Yeah, probably. And with with songs I've never heard, with 0 radio play, videos that I never seen, you know what I mean? And like, you know, yeah, man, you're not gonna find me having any kind of crisis moment about how much white people like our shit, essentially. Because, you know what I mean? Like, white people are still the dominant culture in America. They still outnumber everybody. They still get to move the needle when it comes to everything. So if top 40 means that white people are not fucking with our shit as much as they did before, then so what? Like,
which is what top 40 always was to me. Like, that's what white folks.
Yeah,
that's what I was
essentially. Yeah. It's a measurement of corporate, you know, music of what moves it from their level, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, hip hop is as dope as it's ever been, and there's just never been a point where artists who are spitting and making real music are as relevant as they are today. You know what I mean? They're more relevant this year than they were the year before, and last year they were more relevant than the year before that. And this is what people want, and I encourage people to make their own websites and put the music on your fucking website. Yeah, stream it for free, but you can go buy my shit for $15 and I'll throw 2 extra records on there. I will gladly, now that you have Spotify, the owner of Spotify that like puts his money into military AI and they're like running ICE ads on Spotify and shit, I'd be happy to give my money to you know, to whoever the fuck wants to make a website for this shit.
Weird question. Where would you play it at? Where do you play it at? What do you play?
Good question. You know, I don't know. I've never purchased some shit off of the streaming sites, but you know, come up with the technology, man. Like, I don't care.
It's funny because your boy was trying to do that one point. Isn't that what Ye was? That separate piece that Ye was selling?
Yeah, I believe so. Like, where you could just listen to Don down there or whatever, and a lot of people bought it. You know, whatever.
But I know with like with my library of my songs, I'm able to listen to it on I think it's called YouTube Music. I was able to add my music. I think it came from my songs I already added to my Apple library. Remember back when you had iTunes, you could add your own stuff to your iTunes joint?
Yeah, right.
I guess they don't have that anymore or whatever, but that song still came over. So I guess whenever I download something onto my phone, I can listen to it through my YouTube Music app.
Listen, man, Black people are fucking geniuses. All right. Black people are, you know what I'm saying? Black people, like Nas said, are the black, what do you say? Black cockroaches. Like, we ain't never gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? We're always gonna fucking be here. We're gonna survive through whatever storm comes our way. So the creatives, the black tech people that can literally make a fucking MP3 player in 2 seconds and figure out how to brand it and put it out, like please, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need y'all. Like, billionaires, we don't fucking need you in your hands on our culture. So if what you see in the top 40 is a reflection of that, cool. You know what I mean? Like leave our shit alone, bro. Like, let us be just fine. Because hip hop becoming what it became was y'all coming to fuck with us. It wasn't us begging to fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, y'all came to our neighborhoods and y'all saw what we was doing, and you decided that was going to be profitable for you, and that's what happened. So if you decide that that's not it for y'all no more, then go the fuck away. You know what I mean? And you'll see us all come right back to our culture, listening to our music and doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't never going nowhere. This is our shit. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. So anyway,
like that.
Rant over. And let that segue into our mixtape. You know what I mean? To end the show right. I decided that I wanted the theme to be "This Ain't for the Radio."
Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
You keep talking because I ain't gonna edit. Never mind.
I figured, you know what I mean, my list, this ain't for the radio. This is going to be 10 records that are dope as hell, you know, from all different eras, whatever era you want it to be. You know, some of these joints were absolute bangers that you could play at any time. Some of them wasn't. You know what I mean? This is what I fuck with. This is what
I did my homework so wrong.
This is just what I fuck with. And regardless,
I did this shit like 3 different ways, dog. First, it was songs that I felt could have been big enough to be singles, but they weren't. Then it got to the point where these are fucking songs I just like really, really like, and I wish more people heard them. And then at the end, you're like, yeah, these songs I just fuck with. So
my list is like, this is just 10 songs that I fuck with, and I don't care who's playing it. This is just 10 records that I fucking vibe with. So I'm gonna set it off. I'm gonna just go in order that I put them on here. The first one I'm gonna do is No Gold Teeth, Black Thought and Danger Mouse.
Wow,
love that record. Love that record.
Okay, to set it off, mine will be Get the Worm by Coast Contra. Just about get up, go get some money, man. That's
anything by them. Anything by them, put it on there. Song number 2, I'm gonna go with Get It in Ohio by Camron. Love, you know what I mean? Like, I love Camron, man. Like, Camron he ain't somebody to me that ever cared how popular he was. Like, he's become popular like Ghostface. He's become popular because he's just such a distinct personality. People love Cam because they just love Cam. It's not like Cam was ever really trying to be, you know, he was trying to be a big artist for sure, as a commercial artist, but like, Cam always just gonna do what the fuck Cam's gonna do. And I really enjoyed this era of Cam when he was putting out independent shit. And Get It in Ohio was one of my favorite joints. So,
all right. My next one is 10 Times, Freddie Gibbs featuring Gucci Mane. It just goes. It just goes. Like, I really like it.
Is that from the Shadow of a Doubt album?
Yep.
Yep. I like that one.
You're good at this.
All right, hold on. I lost my list now because I was gonna look up. I was gonna play that shit. All right, my next one. Okay, cool. My next one is from the QB album. Shout out to Nas, who's always just doing dope shit. Nas did a QB album where he got all the dudes from Queensbridge on some records. Self-Conscious, Prodigy and Nas. Love that fucking record. Love that record.
That's okay. I like that one.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to decide when I want to start hitting songs niggas don't know. I'll give one more big one. Money Flipper. This is probably most current joint. JuicyJ and Project Pat.
Anything. Yeah. Anything by them too.
But like I said, this is more recent. So this is like the newer Project Pat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Save Project Pack, I believe. And JuicyJ just being the great pillar of hip hop that he is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I really enjoy JayZ's whole everything. Just his whole aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? His voice, his beats. Like I'm
just the MVP of this show.
Yeah. He's just a dude. He's just a dude. All right. And I just screenshot the playlist so you don't gotta wait 3 hours for me to send it to you. Next we're gonna go with a dude who I don't wish was more popular because I just want him to get as much money as possible, but I don't wish he was more popular because I think he's happy right where the fuck he's at. And this is Makami, the Stellar Ray Theory from Pray for Haiti. That album came out of fucking nowhere for so many people. A lot of us didn't know who he was. That was the introduction to him. That was the introduction to Conductor. And the Stellar Ray Theory was like, if there was a single that was like the one that was moving around, Stellar Ray Theory, Makami, shit's crazy.
I'm gonna ask you this question because you're being Richmond. I don't know whether this is a single. I feel like it should be a single. Drip by Kane. Have you heard it on the radio or do you not listen to the radio?
I don't listen to the radio.
Understood. But yeah, Drip by Kane. It's because like I said, I started off with like single worthy albums. Like I think if this song get played enough, people will vibe with it and it become a big single.
I really like Kane's. I really like his social media. Yes. I really like he's really funny. He shows us his family and all that stuff.
He's better than most.
And he's an incredible artist. He's an incredible lyricist. Shout to Kane. So much talent in this fucking city. I don't know where he's from even. He looked like he lived in the country, but he's dope. Next, Wishin' by Prime featuring Common. And Prime, of course, is Royce the 5'9" and DJ Premier. That's the joint where they did the beat switching on there. Like that shit was super, super crazy. So Wishin' is Prime featuring Common.
Okay. All right. Shit you don't know. Roy G. Biv by Mick Jenkins. Mick Jenkins is the artist I like. I recently, maybe like 2 years ago, I stumbled on him.
Yes.
Nice. He's nice. And his projects have some substance to him.
I'm making some effort to listen to him. A name that I've seen a whole lot, never clicked on, and now I'm realizing like, oh, this is one of the ones I need to listen to.
Like he dropped the project maybe like
few weeks ago
or whatever. Yeah. But this Roy G. Biv, this is from what's the name of this album? Because it's a good ass project. The Patience. The Patience. So definitely check out that album also. But yeah, Roy G. Biv by Mick Jenkins.
An artist who also, again, I wish all the dollars in his pocket, and I don't care if he's not as popular. I think he's also another dude who's popular just because of who he is and his personality, which is Vince Staples.
Okay.
Vince Staples is the fucking dude. I love Vince Staples. His theory on Ray J is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. Have you ever heard him talk about Ray J? You got to just go and Google or put on YouTube Vince Staples and Ray J. He has a theory that Ray J is basically culturally one of the most important culture figures of our time, and it's fucking hilarious. North by Vince Staples is a fucking banger.
I like that. That was a good segue. We can stay on the West Coast with this joint. This song has so much meaning / story behind it. And it's funny because we always joke about our previous employer, which was and now I have another previous employer. When we used to do the boxing podcast. And then after that stopped, it was 3 homies that was doing it together. And then You know what I mean? We stopped doing it with one of the homies, whatever. So my nigga Deuce put me onto the song called Nuthin But Love. Like, yo, I got nothing but love for you. You know what I mean? And every time I listen to it, dog, it just hits so many notes or so many.
Who's the artist?
Jay, which is another story. Problem, aka Jason Martin. I forgot he changed his name to Jason Martin. But yeah, it's a listen to that bitch first, nigga. It's as an adult, you can appreciate the fuck out of it. And it's funny. It's funny because it's no malice in it, but somebody will probably pop in your head as soon as you hear it. I have no idea who it could be, but somebody will probably pop in your head as soon as you hear it just because of the shit he's saying. You know what I mean? Just to fuck with somebody, but it is what it is type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, nothing but
we got a record that I've referenced on here a few times, and so I need to put it on the list. Is West Side Gun Lotto featuring Benny the Butcher.
Okay.
Shot 8 niggas, y'all hit the lotto. Like do. Like ain't no, like you personally get shot like 300 times listening to the song. You know what I'm saying? Jumping out the Tesla X. Got with the radio on, can't nobody fuck with West. Like I love just he's another one that people love just because of who he is. You know what I mean? Like he's like the anti Benny the Butcher to me. You know what I mean? Like,
I refuse to believe that y'all pulling up for these bars. I understand it's not the wackest in the world, but I refuse to think that's what's going on.
The funny shit is when he does actually rap, and you're like,
oh shit.
Like you're like, oh, he can actually rap. Like he can really rhyme. You know what I mean?
I have to take your word for it. What number we on? Because I got one I'm trying to save for a chance. So what number we on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was my number 7.
All right. I don't know if this is a single also. Wings by Earth Gang.
They're probably not. I mean, I ain't even heard this shit.
Yeah, and it's funny because we talking about what's a single, what's not a single. We don't even listen to the radio. Like what gauge is what's a single? You know what I mean?
Nowadays, the single is not necessarily what's on the radio. It's like, hey, I'm putting out something, and like this is the first joint that I'm letting y'all hear. It might have a visual and shit like that. Like,
see, now you're changing it up a little bit different because then it's like we could have did a whole playlist of niggas album what song should have been a single when you say it like that.
We could do that.
My thought process is like what songs are popular, top 40, like what songs are singles, what songs are dominating the radio, what songs can you not avoid? You know what I mean? Which makes my list even more left field. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, Wings by Earth Gang. Yeah.
Wings by Earth Gang. This one absolutely could have been a single, and I think if Griselda had singles, this would have been one of them because it had a video and it was produced by Cool and Dre. Give and Give, Conway the Machine. This was on the Slant Face Killer album, which is my favorite album of his. I you know, because they put out so much music. But the Slant Face Killer shit, I really listened to. Like, I listened to it like I was in college, and like I had that CD, and that's the only one I was listening to because nothing new has come out yet, and this is just the newest shit, you know. Like I really listened to that shit a lot. Give and Give, Conway the Machine, Cool with a beat by Cool and Dre. That beat was just insane. The sample on it was crazy. Everything.
That's a good list. Also, out of curiosity, like albums you listen to over the last 3 or 4 years that you listen to that much. Like,
yeah, that you really listen to.
Like I can't because it'd be hard for me to find something. To tell you the truth.
Right.
Damn, my list doing you like that.
It is still 8:30 in the morning.
Pressure by Kerr. Kerr is a rapper out of Philly. Very aggressive nigga. But Pressure, I like this. Apply the pressure. Like it's a good work. You work out. It's a good workout song, my guy. Like real shit.
I gotta make a better effort to listen to your playlist. Because I really.
Since we're here, do you actually listen to the playlist?
I don't.
No. You're trash.
No.
You're trash. Because I try to put it in some type of DJ order where the mood kind of goes a certain way. And then I'll probably listen to it like one time. Then after that, I put it on shuffle, which kind of negates why I did.
I need to. I definitely need to because all these joints that I don't know a lot of these records that you mentioned.
Yeah. Like I said, shout out to my homeboy Zach. Like he rarely listens to the episode, but he definitely tells me check out just the playlist, like whatever. That's my whole point is put y'all on the songs. You know what I mean? Y'all lucky I ain't just throwing a whole bunch of ride book joints in my nigga.
For real. Another one that I've referenced a bunch of times, and for some reason I always forget to mention him on the show, is, and this is a super generic one for anybody that's a fan of MF Doom. Everybody knows this is probably the most generic song I can mention. But All Caps by Mad Villain. Mad Villain is MF Doom and Madlib when they made a group. And All Caps is probably their most famous record. And it's just, I'm really upset I can't play it for you right now. But All Caps is.
I'm going to be excited to hear that because MF Doom was one of those dudes that's like, I respect him.
Yeah.
Never really went down that rabbit hole because every time I went down, like, I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm just stop.
He has a lot of weird shit for sure. But when you listen to All Caps is a banger, yo. Just remember All Caps when you spell the man name. That shit's like crazy. That.
Yeah. I like when they have stories behind them. So this next song comes from a battle rapper that I was put on to after watching him demolish my friend. Song called Good Things by Marv One.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Marv One.
The fat dude. He's a big dude, right? Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
Featuring Quail Chris. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Yeah, you need to listen to the songs, my nigga. But that's a good song.
Did you see that Method Man battled Math Hoffa?
Yes, it was very
dope. Sanitized a little bit.
There you go. It was at the point where I was just getting into battle rap. So I was seeing the big old battles where this one looked kind of orchestrated, so to say.
For sure. But I think it's a pivotal moment. This is a pulling in of bigger artists to get them to rap on that format. You know, Joe Budden already did it, obviously. I think Canibus.
You mentioned that?
What?
Canibus.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he got demolished. You know, he got demolished. It was
what's worse? What's worse, him or can we just put on a beat? Which one's worse? Can I pull out my rhyme book, or can we put on a beat?
I think both of them are pretty bad, but like the freeway shit, just nobody ever saw that. So, you know, it almost didn't affect him. Whereas Canibus was already on his way down here, and then like. He also I think he got exposed for being a weirdo, you know, like on that. It was like, yo, you're just weird, bro. Like, don't come outside anymore. So my next one is definitely one that everybody should know. And it's just a shout out to his project, which is Big L, Platinum Plus featuring Big Daddy Kane. I hadn't heard Big Daddy Kane in years when that shit came out. And so the Big Daddy Kane feature was completely out of left field, and to hear him sounding so crispy and so fucking sharp on there next to L with that crazy ass beat, Platinum Plus, featuring Big Daddy Kane.
What number was that for you?
That was number 10, but I do have one more.
All right. My number 10 is Kill Radio by Ant the Symbol featuring Ben FM. Yes, this is Richmond.
Yeah, shout out to Richmond.
Yeah, just the whole vibe of what we were talking about today. So I figured, like, fuck it, let me just go ahead and throw this on there.
Absolutely.
That's what I did.
My last one is an artist who's absolutely dope enough to be on the radio, never seems to be on the radio. He would probably fit the criteria of shit that could have been a single and wasn't. Not here anymore. Fonte featuring Elzai. Elzai, the nicest dude we never mentioned on this show. Not here anymore with the Rolls Royce sample of Love Don't Live Here Anymore. Fonte, the dopest artist that nobody talks about. The knife sample, the knife beat, which is crazy. Do you know the origin of whatever issue there is between Knife Wonder and Little Brother?
If there's an issue? I want to say yes, but I don't enough to say it right now because I did watch the documentary. You could kind of tell.
And they were in it, and he wasn't in it. And they asked him about it when he was on the Breakfast Club with Reuben Vincent, and he, I think he talked about it. Knife is a real eloquent, real deeply intelligent black man, and so he wasn't going to embarrass himself up there or embarrass his team. But it seemed clear that there's some kind of issue, and so I was just curious. I don't really know enough about it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I wish I could have remembered. I think it had a lot to do with, like I said, we're talking about rap this show. So what we talking about?
Been a few weeks. My bad for last week. I appreciate the grace.
Hey, shit, nigga.
We're gonna do something I've been trying to incorporate. I'm just gonna set off every show with it. Hold on, let me set it off again.
I can't hear it though.
Can't
now
hear
I gotta edit. So now I gotta edit, nigga. I can't have you looking like that, yo.
Can't hear it?
No,
You can hear me, but not the music?
Yeah, like shit. That's funny because I want to do the same thing. I had to find out where my speaker is at, so I had to do the same thing.
Interesting. Because in the prior weeks, you could hear my shit just fine.
Clear as fuck too, because I didn't know where it was at. That was crazy. Can you let me know if you can hear this. Are you good? Go ahead.
You couldn't hear that?
No, go ahead and do it again.
That's crazy.
Nothing.
It's crazy.
I don't want
Zoom. Zoom be really getting us fucked up.
Yeah. You hear this?
Nope.
Where's my speaker at, bro?
Thank you for tapping in, especially if you made it this far. You must love hip-hop. These playlists are for you, so don't be like 3. Check them out. Link in the description. Now I'm talking about, are you a black business owner? Are you a black business supporter? Or maybe you're a black business owner supporting other black businesses. Are you supporting a black business owner whose business is supporting the business of being black? Whether you own it, support it, or live it, rock the shirt that says it all. Available now. Because we just don't do business. We are the business.
Life ain't meant to be remembered, just live. Well, at least your club like, cause I don't remember shit. And that's a good 7 years, 3 dedicated. Remember some nights saying, I don't think I'ma make it. Driving to and from, I'm through, I'm done. Car full of jail bait, me and my dudes too drunk. See, the mission just was, get some liquor and some cups. Find out where we going and I'm getting fucked up. And I don't remember much, except where we ended up.